gotta say, I'm really surprised. I'm in borderline shock. The modern and rich Manila. Is it better than the US? Let's find out. I just got dropped off here in BGC in Metro Manila. Check out the view here, huh? If you're from the West, you probably think you know what Metro Manila looks like. Traffic, poverty, chaos, but that's not the full story. BGC is clean, modern, and proof that there's a whole other side to Metro Manila that most foreigners never see. In this video, I want to take you with me, not just to explore the city, but to challenge how we see the Philippines. This place definitely looks and kind of feels like it could have been in a huge metropolitan city in the US. Look at this. So this seems to be some sort of like a outdoor mall here, or sort of like a walking area. I think this is called Bonifacio High Street actually. In this video, I'm starting in Bonifacio High Street, which is the center of BGC. Then I'm checking 3 more areas. First, Uptown Mall. Second, a very special place called Venice Grand Canal Mall. And finally, I got a surprise for you at the Forbes Town Center. I can see on the map that BGC is quite a large area. It's like a city in itself, really. So where I'm at right now is called Bonifacio High Street. This is just one small part of BGC. So there's a park here in the middle, and on each side there's stores, like a road here, and then there's a street here, and there's stores on each side. Look, I spent 17 years in the US, living in New York, LA, Miami, and well, you know, I want to say the buildings that I'm seeing here, some of them actually look like they're more modern than parts of Manhattan. And they're sort of comparable to parts of Brickell or downtown Miami, really. Looks really modern. Ooh, they got Krispy Kreme here. I love that. Look, they got a Starbucks here. When I was in Cebu, I was quite surprised to see how extremely nice the Starbucks was there compared to a lot of the ones that I've been seeing in the US. Let's check out this one. Again, I mean, this just looks fantastic. It looks better than most of the Starbucks that I've seen around the US. Crazy. Wow. Filipinos, you guys are doing things right. Wow. This is literally straight out of Manhattan. Look at this. Fantastic skyscrapers and scenery here. This looks incredibly modern. Looks like they're renting out e-scooters here as well, so that's pretty cool. This is incredibly beautiful. I love how they designed this place. Look at this. You got restaurants and stores over there, and then this really cool green area right in the middle of it. It's like a park, really. Look how great the cafes look like here. Of course, there's parks in big shopping areas in Europe and in the US as well, but this one is just, I guess it's just brand new, so it looks really amazing. But I'm not here just for something new. I'm here for something real. And in a minute, I'll tell you why this place made me stop and think about life and what really matters. Stick with me. Here we go. This is an Instagrammable spot, huh? There you go. Ray K in BGC. Ooh, when I was living in Miami, my top favorite fast food spot, I mean, it can't even call it fast food, but it's called Shake Shack. And I can see they have one here as well. Look at this, Shake Shack in Metro Manila. Really great tasting burgers, and it's not fast food that's just basically like heated up in the microwave. Every burger at Shake Shack, they basically make it from the beginning. This looks so amazing. Wow, that's great. They got a sort of billboard here where it almost seems like the astronaut is like stepping out of the frame. That looks amazing. Obviously, it's not as many billboards here as you got in Times Square in New York, but that billboard is really cool. One of the nicest billboards that I've ever seen, actually. Here we go. Oh, I see one of my favorite clothing stores here. Look, this is Zara right over there. A lot of my clothes are from Zara. They just really seem to fit me really well. So, I go shopping there a lot. I really enjoy hanging out with you here in BGC, but I assume you haven't seen any of my other vlogs because I can see that there's way more new viewers for each of my vlogs than there are returning viewers. So I want to tell you a little bit about what's happening here and what I'm doing. So after growing up in Norway and Europe and spending 17 years in the US and hearing throughout my whole life that the Western world is the best part of the world, I sort of started questioning if that's really true. So I moved from the US and now I'm sort of traveling and trying to figure out where, for me, I could find the good life. So I don't know, I'm not sure exactly how to define the good life, and I think that's probably an individual thing as well. But I don't know, I do really feel well here in Southeast Asia, so I really enjoy this place, and I'm just kind of exploring and seeing where, for me, I could find the best possible life. And I know that that would be different for, probably you, what would be the best life for you, but I'm really happy that you're coming along and checking out my journey.
There's one thing that I've been thinking a lot about. Why am I enjoying this part of the journey so much? What is it about the Philippines that's making me feel this way?
I really enjoy making vlogs here in Philippines, and I feel so welcome here, and I'm really grateful to be able to explore this amazing country and culture. And I've been thinking a little bit about why I really enjoy it so much, and it has to do with my background. My impression is that a lot of Westerners don't really know much about Philippines. The information that you're getting, especially from Western media, is mostly just about political drama and poverty, really. So you don't really know that it's some of the most fantastic nature on earth. You don't know how incredibly friendly Filipinos are, and also people in the West really don't know that there's a lot of extremely modern areas of Philippines. I mean, look at this area. It's, incredibly beautiful and modern. One example is Palawan. I've been telling people around the world as I travel about Palawan, and when I show them pictures, people are saying, is this place even real? People haven't really heard about it, It's really surprising. So I'm just trying to do my job here and trying to spread the good word about how amazing Philippines really is.
Now, I don't usually say this kind of thing, but for anyone watching this from outside the Philippines, this part's for you.
Well, I really love steaks, so maybe I should come check out some of the steaks here. Look, if you're watching this from New York, LA, or Miami, or Sydney, or Dubai, and you're sort of considering to move to Philippines, and maybe you're thinking, well, maybe there will be some modern conveniences that I won't be able to get in Manila or BGC. Well, you're wrong. This place is really, really modern, and you can get anything you can get other places here.
Yeah, this place is impressive, but before we move on, would I actually live here?
I could really see myself living here. I'm gonna go check out another part of BGC. I looked it up on Google Maps. It's called Uptown. So just want to see if it's different. All right, I think I'm in the Uptown area right now. It looks similar, but at the same time very different than Bonifacio High Street. I mean, check this out. Oh wow, there looks to be some sort of water and flame show here. Wow. Pretty cool. Wow, I totally did not plan that, That's crazy. Just had some kind of flame show just as I was walking by. All right, so this is Uptown Mall. Maybe I should go in and check it out. Looks like there's mostly restaurants in the outdoor area here. But let's go check it out. Uptown Mall. Here we go. I gotta say, I'm really surprised. I mean, borderline shocked by what I'm seeing here. I had definitely not expected this. Look at this. I mean, this is Philippines, guys.
Nice.
All right, walking into Uptown Mall now. Let's take a look. Kind of think that if you've seen one mall, you've seen most of them. But I gotta say, the lighting and the design, the way it's put together here, it's really well done. I'm inside some sort of rooftop area of Uptown now. Again, I feel like I'm repeating myself. This looks pretty cool. All right, that was Uptown Mall, which is very nice. I want to check out one more place here in BGC. So I'm gonna go to a place that I think is very, very special. So I'm excited. All right, so I made it to the next place. This looks pretty cool. It's actually a sort of Venice canal that they have in a mall here. It's called Venice Canal Mall, I think, something like that. But I got very unlucky because it started raining now. I mean, it is rainy season in Manila right now. Actually, the driver told me it's from July to December here. And look how dark the sky is. It is literally gray dark up there. So it was raining quite heavily. But what I think they do is that there's like a gondol, like a boat kind of running through here, just like the way they do it in Venice. So it makes you feel almost like you're in Venice, Italy. But I think I'm just gonna move on to another place here because it started raining so much. So I don't really get to see what this place normally looks like. So let's check out another area here. Come along.
This city looks even better after dark, and I've got something coming up that I've never done before, so I'm really wondering how you're gonna react.
All right, my friend, we are in Forbes Town, another area of the BGC, and I've got something very special on the menu for you here. All right, this place looks good. I'm gonna sit down and get a meal here while I'm gonna tell you about something very cool. All right, I'm taking this table here. You know, I feel like I'm cheating on Philippines because I'm drinking Mexican beer here. But first, here's my little treat for you. I'm planning to start answering some of the comments and like pick out some of the comments from the last videos and give you some attention here in the video. So, from the last video that I did in Manila with my first day here in Manila, I've got 2 comments. This first one is from Zach. He's writing, I also wonder about those Western vloggers who go to slum areas. I don't really understand the purpose of their vlogs. Every country has slum areas, yet they act like they're completely disgusted, often comparing it to other countries. It's exhausting to think about why they do that. They're in the Philippines supposedly to relax and relieve stress, but then they choose to visit slum areas. It's almost laughable. So we appreciate vloggers who actually show the real face of the country. I wouldn't even call the Philippines a third world country, and I have to say this really resonates with me. I don't really want to go and showcase the poor areas. People know that there are poor areas in the Philippines. It's one of the most well-known things about Philippines. So I don't understand the purpose of showcasing that. What's more unknown from a Western perspective for people in Europe and the US is that there's actually really beautiful, amazing modern areas of Philippines. You know, of course, this place has a lot of contrast, but I'm making this video primarily to show other foreign, and especially Western people, how beautiful Philippines is. So I'm going to read one more comment from the last video. This one is from David Toro, and David is writing, I think it's because you come from USA or Europe, so for you it's underrated. I assume he's talking about Philippines being underrated. Then he writes, for us Latinos, it's like being home. Philippines is like a South American country in Asia. It's similar to Brazil, Cuba, Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic. Remember, Philippines was a part of the Spanish kingdom for more than 300 years, same as my country, Chile. So I just think this is a very interesting comment. You know, obviously I'm not an expert, but I do also really like South America, Middle America, and the Caribbean. The two sort of areas in the world that I feel like I'm most interested in kind of like exploring most, I would say is Southeast Asia and South America, Middle America, and the Caribbean, that part of the world. So the fact, David, that you kind of already compared Philippines, and I assume also Southeast Asia, to South America and Latin areas of the world, that's interesting.
Hey, let me know, did you like the idea of communicating with you through a few comments that I respond to? Let me know in the comment field if I should continue doing this or not.
I grew up in a very small town, so it was just kind of like something that felt natural to, okay, I need to like look for bigger cities, you know? So I moved to Oslo, then London, then New York, then LA, Miami. Basically spending the first 20-ish years of my life in Norway and Europe, and then the next almost 20 years in the US. And now I'm planning to spend the next part of my life in another part of the world. Maybe here or Southeast Asia, maybe South America, I don't know. I'm just kind of exploring right now. I'm trying to find where I will be happiest. But I'm kind of tired of big cities, to be honest. Like, I've spent a lot of time in big cities, and I just feel like I'm more happy when I'm around nature and islands and the ocean. I mean, it just really makes me feel great. But I still do like going to some big cities now and then, you know, feeling the energy and, you know, like, yeah, it's nice to be here in Manila. I really like it here. As far as big cities, I really like BGC. This area here is nice. So I'm gonna rate BGC in terms of like being a modern city. And in my books, BGC is getting a 9 out of 10 skyscrapers.
Yeah, baby!
All right, guys, until next time, peace, love, and San Miguel light.